All right, it's been a little while since our last unboxing video, so I wanted to be sure to do that because I've had some packages piling up. But first, I want to go over a few things that I've opened in the last week. Obviously, I didn't record it, but these are some paddles that I'll have videos, kind of coming down the pipeline, whether they are dedicated review videos or part of my paddle roundup series, just so you know what's coming. First up is the paddle techs. I have the alw-cs and the Bantam TKOs. In the, 14.3 and 12.7 millimeters of each of these. Really interesting paddles. I'll obviously dive more in their dedicated video, but these have taken kind of an adjustment for me because I think they're unlike a lot of other paddles, but really fun. Up next is the Standout CF4. I've only put one game on this. I probably opened this up in the last, week or two. So yeah, more obviously in its own video, but that's coming. We have the Nexus Pro Star here in a very fancy case. It's more than just a paddle cover. And really gritty surface on this. It's got that like titanium weave. And yeah, similarly, only one game I think I've played with this so far. So that will be coming in some capacity. And finally, the Franklin C45. I've probably put the most time on this out of those so far, and obviously out of what we're opening. You can tell I've got a bunch of weight on it right now. I've been testing that out. And this is a really fun paddle. My initial impressions were whatever, but it's really grown on me over time. But with all of those out of the way, let's get into some actual unboxing. So this is coming from 11SIX24. You might have seen my video on their Power series where I hit with Matt from Matt's Pickleball. I actually never owned the Power series, but here we've got so this is the all courts, I believe. Yeah, so we've got the Vapor, the Pegasus, and the Huarache X all court. So a little different than the Power series. Obviously the shapes are the same. I loved the Power series. I think it is a top paddle in the market right now, especially at the price point and kind of the specs or stats or whatever that's offering. Really excited to try the all courts. I think it could be a good fit. If they do deliver similar to the Power, as far as just being a great paddle with a little toned down power, a little better control, this would be a really great paddle. And so again, here's all three shapes. We have the Pegasus, which is kind of their take on a standard shape. We have the Huarache X, which is their elongated shape, and then the Vapor, which is their hybrid shape. All right, coming up next is two packages, which I'm a little confused on, from Gherkin. So first up, we have the Nightshade. This is the elongated one. I believe it comes in an elongated as well as a hybrid. I think they're both the Nightshade. That might be what this is. We'll find out. Really excited to try this. I've heard very good things about this so far. You can see some stats here. 8 ounces, 118 swing weight is what I'm guessing that is. We've also got the G-Spot Trainer, which is their trainer paddle. Got two of them here. I've never actually hit a trainer paddle. So I'm definitely gonna take this to the court, play around and see. I don't know, like it's crazy long handle, but yeah, should be interesting. And then we've also got, I guess, a couple hats here. So thank you for the hookup, Paddle Inspector, Gherkin, very cool. We'll have to see if they fit me. And we've got another package here, or another box. Got a nice embossed box here. Let me open this up. And so this is what I imagine you would be getting if you buy, the Nightshade in this example. So a bunch of stickers, and they look pretty nice. Here is so here we go. This is the Nightshade in the hybrid shape. I'm probably most excited for this. I definitely lean towards hybrid shapes, but you can tell it's just the Nightshade in two different ones. This is listed at 7.9 ounces, and it does not have a swing weight sticker on it, but so a little lighter. And then got a paddle cover, an eraser, got a cool little keychain, again, some stickers. It does come with some silicone lead tape, a lanyard, a couple overgrips, so kind of a complete starter kit with the Nightshade, so to speak. So many thanks to Gherkin for that. I'm really, again, excited to take this out, including the trainer paddle, and just test these out and see what they're like. Up next, we have a box from 11SIX24. Now, I can tell you right off the bat, I don't think any of this is anything new, so I'm not going to take them out, but this is basically just every paddle that 6-0 makes, at least one version of it. I have a really cool project in the works with them, really excited for that. I'm going to keep them in their packaging, just keep them in pristine condition, because I got to be sure that they are completely clean for any B-roll I shoot, but keep an eye out for that coming up soon. And the last package for today coming from Honolulu Pickleball. They have been really crushing it with their paddle releases. They've had a lot of stuff come out recently. I would say, you know, some hits, some misses, but that's good. That means that people are, you know, testing the boundaries and stuff like that. So I've actually never seen these paddle covers before, and I really like them. They've got this QR code. I don't know actually what that goes to, but the design is really nice. So props there. So up first here, we have the J2K. This is a paddle that everybody loved. I actually don't think I've ever hit this paddle, so excited to try this. I wanted to get this as kind of a base because I know they use this for a kind of a jumping off point for a lot of other paddles, which I think we have here. With some kind of variations and stuff. So I'll be sure to test it against kind of the original, kind of a crowd pleaser paddle, if you will. Right here we have the J2K Plus. Now, I could be totally wrong on this. I don't totally understand their naming procedure. I think the J2K Plus is a power version. But again, don't quote me on that. I will certainly look into that before I do a review and start hitting these and things like that. Up next, we have the J2XK, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know the difference. I believe the shape here is different that you can see, so it might be just that, but it might be more than that. I also think the handle is longer on this. So again, don't quote me on any of this, but yeah, this is a nice looking paddle. The red looks really cool. I don't see a lot of paddles with that red color. And finally, we've got the J2 TI Plus. So again, going off my previous statement, I think the Plus indicates that it's a power. I think the TI is a titanium weave, or, you know, polyester weave, titanium, whatever you want to call it. Don't quote me. Again, I could be wrong. Actually, correct me in the comments if you know, because I'd be very curious. You might save me some research. So many thanks to Honolulu Pickleball Company, and many thanks to everybody who sent some stuff. That is kind of a brief glimpse into what I have up and coming on this channel as far as dedicated video reviews. I know for sure I'll be doing the Franklin C45 soon. I think that might be next up. I have some more kind of already done and in the pipeline ready to go. And then these will show up as dedicated reviews or in my paddle roundup series. There's already been one episode where I'm going through a bunch of different paddles that I've been hitting, kind of that, you know, month or so, no designated time frame, but since the last paddle roundup video. So check those out. Leave me a comment if you've got any questions down below. Like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.